what goes wrong after some time? Why do people get bored in their relationship? Why do they get bored in marriage?
Yeah.
I mean, I've always, through my experience, when I've spoken with people, spoken with couples, they have often said it's become boring. They don't understand each other anymore. So what's the root of that? Most of the time it's communication.
Yeah.
You know, I teach and I tell people, or I ask people, what are the 3 ingredients you need for a successful marriage? So they'll say that we love each other, we do this, we do that. I say, no, number 1 is communication.
Exactly.
So I will ask them, what do you think number 2 is? And they'll think and think. They said they don't know. I'll say it's communication. So what's number 3? So yes, it's communication. And that is the key to any relationship, marriage, dating, business, whatever it is.
Well, for me, I think communication is the beginning of every relationship and is the maintenance tool for every relationship. I mean, a man and a woman come together by communicating with each other.
Absolutely.
Telling, I want to be with you. You make me tick. Some of them have a very good line when they are coming in. They will tell you there's a key that has got missing.
Yes.
And I was told the key is in your hand. I need the key of my heart.
Oh, wow. Oh, man.
So a lot of them, after they now got into the marriage, they stop talking. And I think that is more common to men, to guys. You know why? Average guy sees a relationship as a project.
Yes.
And they feel that I've finished this project. They never knew that if you start, you have to continue.
But I also believe that women also, they go into marriage with this understanding that, oh, I've got a ring on my finger.
Yeah.
I'm going to have my children. And then once that happens, it's like, there's nothing else, you know? So women often think there's no reason for me to go the extra mile to make my husband happy.
Yeah.
And that's when they start to demarcate their responsibilities and say, look, I don't want to do this anymore. You do it. You said you would do it and you're not doing X, Y, and Z. I also believe sexually that a lot of couples are not going to counseling before they get married.
Yeah.
Counseling sort of
Clarifies
the rules.
Yeah.
Clarifies who has that hotter sexual need.
Yeah.
Because, you know, a lot of people believe it's only men that love sex. A lot of women love sex.
Yeah.
And, you know, beyond that, how do you have sex? Are you just there?
So many people don't know there's school, there's this training that goes with every aspect of life.
Absolutely.
Especially relationship. Because there are things that we call myth.
Yes.
Taboo. When I was much younger.
Yes.
In the church where I grew up, I don't think we ever mentioned sex one day in the church.
Taboo.
I remember the first time I taught on sex in our church. I said, today my topic is God, sex, and you. One lady wrote me after service to say, why is pastor talking about sex on the pulpit? That is an abomination.
Yeah.
And I said, well, we think about it, but we don't talk about it. It's troubling many marriages, but we are just pretending.
It is.
Sex is very, very important.
It is.
I remember when I got into being a life coach, started teaching people on sex. In fact, my spouse used to think, you are known as pastor. You are known as spiritual person. I said, but sex is spiritual.
Yes, it is.
Maybe you don't know.
And
Why do you think people that does ritual use sex? Sex is spiritual. So a lot of people really don't see all those things. For example, many men don't really understand how to make love.
Exactly.
They don't know they need to go for training. They do counseling. How does sex work? And many women don't really understand how sex works.
I think with men, it's always that macho thing.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a man, I'm the one in charge. Whereas it's not about that.
Yeah.
In marriage, sex is supposed to be very loving.
Exactly.
It's supposed to be full of love and affection and kindness. And that transforms to the bedroom. Once you have those things,
Yeah.
like I talk of the five senses, you know, the what you hear, what you taste, what you smell, what you see, what you touch. All those are so wonderful, connected to sex. What you hear, a husband who calls his wife and says, you know, I really am so happy that I married you, and you know, the fact that your body is so beautiful. It's all, the woman hearing this is already in the bedroom. You understand? So you've got to look at, how do you spice up your marriage? You have to keep spicing it. Another thing is that my daughter has been married 10 years now, and one thing they've done ever since they got married is they have a date day. So they go out every Saturday. They have a childminder who will come in. If they want, they will book a hotel. If they want, they'll just go for lunch. They'll go sightseeing. They'll do something. And
so that they can keep renewing
their relationship. And apart from that, what they do is that they discuss the things that may have been an issue,
of course,
in that week. It's all encompassing, that date night. By the time they come back, they are renewed. And I think that's what a lot of couples are not doing.
I think couple will be learning this today, especially men, because every woman wants to go out.
Exactly.
But a lot of men will say, where are we going? What is so special? I think when I was younger in marriage, when I first got married, I was very naive about so many things. In fact, how I talk to my wife, communication, I have to learn it.
Yes.
I think talking and communication are two different things. Anybody can talk.
Yes.
But I might not even say what, but I'm communicating.
You're communicating.
So I started learning that.
Yes.
I started learning what sex is all about in marriage. You know, for men, we just want to please ourselves and just get out of the place.
No, I beg to differ somehow.
No, that's what we think.
There are some men who put their spouse first. Let me please you first.
Very few. I have talked to a lot of couples, and you will discover that there are people that are raised in Africa. Most women will just be quiet, even when they are not really enjoying the sex, and most men don't even care.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of men need to learn, couples need to learn how this thing works. They need to really learn it.
I also think as well that, you know, there's a difference between honesty and transparency. Now, women always think ahead. They always have this intuition about what's really happening in their relationship.
Yeah.
Now, if me as a wife, I tell my husband, or my husband asks me, where are you going today? And I say, oh, I'm meeting up with some friends.
Yeah.
So that's honesty.
Yeah.
Transparency is, before you ask, I tell you, I'm going out today with so,
that,
and this and that. That gives your spouse that feeling of, I trust you 100%. So if you've been in a long-term marriage and you haven't got that, that can also affect the bedroom.
That's wonderful. That's great. Honesty and transparency. I think we need to talk more about this. This deep. This deep. I feel like we really need to educate people on how their relationship will be going. For example, I remember a young couple many years ago that were very close to me. After about a week or about a month about their marriage, I saw the wife in the lobby of the church, and I said, are you enjoying your marriage? You're wonderful. My husband is a nice person, is taking care of me. I said, what about the other side? Are you enjoying the visit to Jerusalem every time? He said, well, for that, we are still trying. And I said, okay, if you will allow me, can you invite your husband? Let me have a training section free of charge with you people. And they came. And I opened them through some of the training on how they can really manage the bedroom. And the first thing I discovered is that the lady will go to work so tired, want to cook and do so many things. And by the time she's done with the day, she's already tired. I mean, and for men, when men are tired, they need sex. When they are happy, they want sex. when they actually, some men need it every time. Their situation or their state of mind means nothing to them.
Yeah.
But so I started training this couple, and things started changing. They started understanding that women are designed to be, and I kind of a specific God made that what you want to do ahead, she must know.
She must know.
You have to let her know. A bedroom doesn't start when you are going in.
Yeah.
You can start hours.
Yes.
That you know that she's going to go to bedroom, and you need to send a word to her.
Yes.
That will light the whole place.
Light the
you need to send the words. And even sexting, you need to preview before you view, then you review.
Oh, wow. Wow.
You have to preview. It's like a movie. So the movie we're about to watch, this is it.
Yeah.
You preview it.
Yeah. And I also think, so sorry to butt in. You know, a woman's cycle is very sensitive, monthly cycle.
Yeah.
Now, through experience and through talking with other women, you discover that mid-cycle, the body will require sex. It is shouting out, I need this thing.
Yeah.
Now, a man who doesn't understand that will be wanting sex just before the woman's period, which is when her hormones have gone spaghetti. She doesn't even understand how it's doing her herself. So men need to understand these things. And when I teach marriage bed, those are the things I always point out.
For example, I feel like a lot of men are ignorant about what you are sharing right now. Because the way men don't have cycle.
Sure.
We just run our life. A man, the only thing that causes mood swing in a man is when he's broke. When a man is broke, then he has a mood swing. But for women, it's not even about money. It's about the way they were wired.
Sure.
But I also let women know that there are two kinds of sex. There's what I call beautiful sex, and there's a dutiful sex.
Yes.
Beautiful means that is where you need it, and your spouse need it. Dutiful is where you don't feel like doing it, but you want to do it to support your partner. And the way I put it is that if you're a mother, especially in Africa where we operate from a lot, you will discover that there is what we call cooking every day.
Yes.
You go to kitchen and cook for your children. There are days you don't feel like cooking, but you have small children that need to eat. You still drag yourself to the kitchen and make sure something is prepared for them.